Are you or someone you know currently trying to pay off student loans? College debt is on the rise and has become a very expensive investment. College debt only continues to grow and student loans have become harder to pay. Most people who are attending college or have attended college in the past are trying to find a way to pay off their college debt. So, how are people supposed to experience college stress free? I am currently a college student myself, and I have found that college is nothing less than extremely expensive. After spending time researching the subject, I have found that college debt continues to rise in numbers. Allie Bidwell states in her article on student debt, overall, 129 colleges reported average debt loans of more than $35,000, and 49 reported that more than 90% of their graduates left with debt. Students come out of college with debt so large that they must pay off loans for years and years to come. Today, I am going to tell you why this needs to change so that students don't get turned away from college altogether. Turning the college debt rate around is important because a college degree is almost a necessity in today's job market. Some students work part-time jobs to help pay for school, and this takes away from their studies, and also because most students come out of college starting a career with an average salary. Now, let's start off by asking why students attend college in the first place. People strive to go to college to get a degree because it is almost necessary to have a career. A college degree is something that helps a person get a job. I myself am trying to get into the medical program. I have learned that medical programs truly provide a student with the training and preparation they need for their program of choice. A medical student must endure in clinical work where they get the hands-on experience. A hospital isn't going to hire someone who hasn't been exposed to absolutely everything they need to know. These medical programs also make students work hard and push them to do their best because of limited enrollment numbers. College is not only needed for a resume, it also teaches students responsibility. Most jobs will choose to hire the person with a degree versus someone who hasn't had a degree because they were responsible enough to push through the obstacles of college itself. These obstacles include a student being on their own, having to be responsible enough to study, and responsible enough to maintain good grades. Paige Johannesson states in her article entitled, "What are the greatest issues facing college freshmen?" Although college offers the gift of independence, it also bestows the burden of responsibility. Responsibility is a good characteristic to have, and it's something that college really instills in students. Now that I have told you about why so many students attend college, I'm going to explain the negatives that come with some students choosing to help pay for school throughout the years they are enrolled. Part-time jobs are the answer for some students to get an early start on paying off their loans. Students might think this is a bad idea, but this can be a negative thing because it also takes away from their schoolwork. As Johannesson states, students carrying the financial load of college have the extra burden of holding down part-time jobs while attending school. Most part-time jobs are jobs in retail or fast food, and hours of these jobs start to pick up right around the first semester exams, which is Christmas time. Hours spent at a part-time job takes away from studying and doing assignments. I also work a part-time job, and I know how hard it can be to juggle school and work. Trying to juggle a part-time job and classwork can definitely add additional stress to a college student. Juggling all of these activities can make a college student become overwhelmed. Students even take out these student loans to help rid the anxiety of how I pay. As Zane Min states, studies have found that access to loans may help reduce anxiety and stress during economically challenging times. Let's face it, a college student doesn't need any additional stress. Now that I have told you about how some students try to pay for school, I'm going to explain why students can't afford to pay off these loans as soon as they graduate. Students can't afford to pay off these large loans because they come out of college starting a job that pays an average salary. Student debt can be as high as or higher than $30,000. Payments on that high of a number can feel like forever to fully pay off. It will take years and years for the average person to pay off loans with an average salary. As Allie Bidwell states, the group also recommends replacing the several income-driven repayment plans with a single plan that would cap borrowers' payments with a 10% of income and forgive remaining debt after 20 years. The average person cannot pay a $20,000 debt off without making monthly payments. Now that I have explained all the outcomes of college debt, let's recap. College debt is a burden to all students because the average college salary cannot pay off this debt, and trying to maintain a part-time job to help pay through college results in more stress and no time to study. No matter how much of a headache college debt is, every college student has to face it because a college degree is almost necessary in life. Being aware of the hardships that come with college debt can make a difference so that everyone starts to realize how stressful it is to pay for an education. Most people will face the battle between college and student debt. It is up to us to make a change so that the next generation won't have to choose between an education or living many, many years in debt.